Welcome. Now we're going to learn how to use direct object pronouns. In order to begin with this, we first need to figure out what a direct object is in English. So, to begin, a direct object receives the action of the verb. It answers the question, what? So, a couple examples in English before we move on to the pronouns in the Spanish part. We bought the food. We is the subject. Bought is the verb. Well, what are we buying? We're buying the food. So therefore, the food is going to be the direct object because it's receiving the action from the verb. It is being bought. Next example, they passed the tests. They. So, we have our subject is they, verb is passed, and what did they pass? They passed the tests. So, our direct object is going to be the tests, because the tests are what they passed. Last example, he picked up my friends and I. So, first of all, we have he is our subject, picked up equals our verb, and who did he pick up? Or what did he pick up? Well, he picked up my friends and I. So therefore, my friends and I would be our direct object. Now we kind of have an idea what direct objects are. Let's go into direct object pronouns. Direct object pronouns are words that can replace the direct object so you don't have to keep saying the full name every time. For example, instead of we bought the food, we bought it. Instead of they passed the tests, they passed them. Instead of he picked up my friends and I, he picked up us. So therefore, those are what the pronouns how we would use them in English. So we're going to learn how to take that same concept and apply it to Spanish. So therefore, we need to fill in our chart. So first one we're going to have is me. Te, lo, and la. Nos. We're skipping the vosotros for right now. And los and las. Okay. Me for me. Te for you. Lo or la, him or her, depending on masculine or feminine. Nos, us. Los or las, them. Or remember, our ustedes is down here as well, so it could be you all. Alright, so let's do a couple examples with this. So before we had, we bought the food. So if we were putting that into Spanish, nosotros compramos la comida. Well, just like we did up here, the we, which is nosotros, is the subject. Compramos, bought, or buying, we have the verb. The food. Well, what are we buying? Well, we're buying the food. So therefore, we got to figure out which one of these pronouns we can replace with from these direct object pronouns that we have listed above. Well, it's not me, it's not you, it's not us. So therefore, that goes back to our philosophy of the first person, second person, and third person. First person, remember, we're talking about I, or including I in the subject. Second person, you're talking to somebody, and that's not what we're doing here. So therefore, it has to be in the third person. It deals with him or her, them or you all, but remember, all other objects are included in that third person. So therefore, we need to determine, first of all, is la comida singular or plural? Well, it's not las comidas, it's la comida. Now, granted that food can be more than one thing. Food can be like a whole cart of food, but they use it as a singular noun in Spanish. So therefore, we need a singular direct object pronoun. So therefore, we need to determine if it's masculine or feminine. Well, we have a la, and it ends with an A, so therefore, we can come to the conclusion that it is feminine. So we can end up crossing out comida and replacing it with la. Now, the issue is that the la can't stay there, because pronouns always go before the conjugated verb. So therefore, we have to move it up there. So the final version would be nosotros la compramos. We are buying it, or we bought it. Okay? Next example. We talked about the tests. They passed the tests. So therefore, we got to look at here and put it in Spanish. Ellos pasaron los exámenes. Okay? We know ellos is our subject. Pasaron is our verb. So what did we pass? We passed the tests. So therefore, we can replace tests with a direct object pronoun. So therefore, we look at tests. It's plural, so therefore, remember, we need something on the right-hand side. And we're not passing us, we're passing the tests or them. So therefore, we can replace los exámenes with los. Remember, we had to put it before the conjugated verb. So ellos los pasaron. Okay, and finally, he picked up my friends and I. So let's put that in Spanish. Él recogió a mis amigos y yo. Okay, él is our subject. We determined that already. Recogió would be the verb. And who are we picking up? A mis amigos y yo. So therefore, we can replace that with nos. Because remember, the first person is with either yourself or you're including yourself in the group. Mis amigos y yo. Yo being I. You're included in the group. Therefore, let's cross this off and put nos. So we put it back over here in front of the verb. Él nos recogió. He picked us up. That is how you use direct object pronouns.